It is a good morning show here on WPGC 95.5. And you know, our children need all the help they can get. And there's some great children out here doing great things because of great people. Specifically, if you are a mom, bonus mom, grandmother, godmother, aunt, or any woman who's taken on the job of being a mother to these young ladies out here, we have a woman here who is doing just that. She has spent about 30 years as a professional school counselor, and she has created Empower Her, Empower Me, which is all about empowering our young people. I'm talking about Olivia Coffey joining us this morning. So how did you come up with this concept? I mean, 30 years as a school counselor. What was the driving force behind this?
Well, as you said, I've been a counselor for a long time. I used to work in D.C. public schools. And back then in the 90s, that was a long time ago.
You needed counseling.
I don't want to date myself. But back in the 90s, it was a lot of trauma. The kids had a lot of trauma. There was a lot of families that really, really needed support. And one of the things that really touched my heart was that the boys, I had a student come up to me and say, you know what, Miss Coffey, I probably won't live beyond 12 years old. And that's something that he must have heard on the news or something in the newspaper. But I said, not on my watch. So one of the things I developed years ago in D.C. public schools was a developing our boys for the future. And then when fast forward, got married, moved to Charles County, work in Charles County public schools. I've been there now for 24 years. And so now I have focused on developing these activities and events for families to strengthen families, to help our youth, because that's I believe is where the problem is. A lot of these families need support, and my nonprofit is a village for the families, and our focus is to strengthen the families, because we know when we strengthen families, we strengthen communities.
Absolutely.
So back to your question, it was in my heart to kind of put activities and family events together to support children, to support our youth, and to educate and restore the family relationship.
Yeah.
So that's basically the whole focus of the nonprofit. We offer parent mentorship and we offer youth mentorship because parents can't raise these children by themselves.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. So my organization consists of professionals and helping professionals, social workers, psychologists. We all come together and we're actually there to support these youth, to empower youth, to help parents empower their children, because that's the key. We have to empower ourselves. We do a good job with that, but we need to now focus on these children, because the parent and child relationship is so key and so crucial. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and you know, I grew up in a two-parent household. My parents are married. They've been together over 60 years. But, you know, when I had children, I still needed like some guidance, because usually you kind of learn how to be a parent, how to be an adult from the modeling that your parents did. And my parents did a magnificent job, wonderful job. I'm grateful for them. They're still around today, you know. But even with that, I still needed like some help, some support. And a friend of mine later on, he started having kids, and he asked me, "Yo, you had kids? What do you know? What advice you got?" I was like, "Man, I can't teach you. I don't know. I mean, you just kind of have to do it and just talk to some kind of professional." But what do you so. You need to. What I'm trying to say is that everybody, no matter what situation you come from, we all need help, as you said.
Yeah, and not only just parents, just father figures and mother figures, because you know a lot of these children are being reared by grandmas and aunties and so forth. So they don't come with the manual.
They don't.
So yes, you can't do it by yourself as a parent. My husband and I, we have two boys. They are now in college. Praise the Lord.
Congratulations.
They're 21 and 22.
Okay.
And they would not be there, and I reverence the Lord, but they would not be there if it wasn't for our village.
Absolutely.
So that's why I created these events and also these supports and resources for parents, because we want to be the village for parents.
So the second annual Daddy-Daughter Sneaker Dance is coming up this Sunday, October the 13th. I was there last year at the first one with my daughter. So we came out, and then we plan to come again this year. That's from 5 to 8 p.m. Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn in Waldorf. It's from 5 to 8 p.m., as you said. We're going to have a wonderful time empowering one another. The theme is You're My Superhero. So dads have the power to really, really uplift their daughters, because dads are the ones that help our daughters grow up to be confident women. And they need to show these women, these girls, how they should be treated.
Absolutely.
Because you have a problem in our society now with the sex trafficking, and men are luring, boys are really showing these girls attention, but not the right kind of attention, because girls should be treated like queens, future queens, princesses, not just by giving them things, but just by building them up and recognizing their strengths.
Yes. Yes, we'd like to thank you so much for joining us today, Olivia Coffey. She loves our children. She's doing the 2nd annual Daddy-Daughter Sneaker Dance this Sunday at the Hilton Garden Inn in Waldorf, 5 to 8 p.m. You can go online and check out youthempowerme.org or empowerme.com. It is a Good Morning Show here on PGC. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.